Excellencies, dear ambassadors, distinguished representative of permanent missions and UN agencies, dear colleagues, it's a pleasure to welcome you again for this discussion this morning. I'd like to pay tribute to Ashish Shah and the ITC's Office of Arab State for this initiative, which seems very welcome and lively from what I can already see. And I'd like to thank also the embassies who feed us, because I saw that we had support also on that regard. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here. This open door event is, for us, a part of a series of panel discussions that the ITC wants to engage in with its regional constituencies and stakeholders to better understand the new challenges and respond to the evolution of our counterparts in a more effective and efficient way. So our objective is obviously to refine our strategic vision for the region. And needless to say that it's probably the right time to talk about the Arab world, since we all know and are aware that we are living a historic moment and a historic transition in this part of the world. The greatest challenge from an economic standpoint is, of course, to support growth and create jobs for this highly educated young population. And we have seen recently that some development partners at the G8 level, but also multilateral institutions like World Bank and IMF are sending clear signs of their willingness to support the Arab world transition. We can also mention that at the more modest level than the G8, ITC has also been receiving requests from Arab countries following the recent events to try to strengthen our action and develop new responses to the emerging needs. And as an agency in charge of promoting trade and private sector in developing countries and transition economies, I think that ITC's technical assistance is of particular relevance to what is happening today in the Arab world, because two of our key activities are really deeply related to what is happening there. The first one, our first business, if I may say so, is building constituencies in the trade sector and in the export sector. And this is what we are daily doing all around the world, is helping creating and strengthening trade support institutions which will bring the voice of the businesses and the export sectors to the governments, and creating business to government dialogues on national export strategies. And the second thing that we are doing is building and empowering human capital at the level of small and medium-sized enterprises to help them promote and diversify the export base in the countries with whom we are working. And I think these two key things are extremely important in our dialogue with the Arab world today. So this is basically the reason why we wanted to host this discussion. And the panel will focus on reviewing the economic and political and social implications of the new situation, discuss key lessons to be learned, and possible economic and trade development scenarios. I would like to insist beforehand that we very much want to be policy-oriented in this debate and try to bring pragmatic thoughts about what we can do really to achieve progress and support the transition in the Arab countries. So I have the pleasure of welcoming three very distinguished speakers who will cast their light on various aspects of the issue. I understand from Ashish's very methodical mind that there is an implicit labor division here. Probably Professor Boko will be touching more on the political and sociological dimensions. Professor Talet will be discussing more on the development strategy aspects, and Mr. Sherif El-Dawani, you will probably concentrate more on economic and investment, on trade and investment dimension. But if okay for you, I suggest that we start right away with some sort of landscape setting with Talat Abdelmalek to open the debate. Talat, you have long been serving in international organization, in particular with the OECD um, Development Committee, but more important today, you are special advisor to the Minister of International Cooperation of Egypt, and probably from both these hats, you would be ideally suited to set the stage for us if you'll be ready to start.